Hey guys, don't mind me as I check to make sure my mic is on and like knock my tripod. We're cool though. It's good. It's Friday. I'm a little over caffeinated. I don't know how you are this weekend or this week, but I hope you're ready for the long weekend. So it'll be a fantastic time. Now, with holiday weekends come family events, and with family events come food pushers. Today I want to talk a little bit about weight loss and in particular food pushers. You know those people who are one, or have a beer. I can't drink if you don't drink, or you've got to have some ice cream with me, or I can't have any. Those are food pushers. They push food on you whether you want it or not, and there's a lot of different reasons they do it. What we're going to talk about today is how to deal with that, because if you're trying to eat healthy and you're trying to lose weight, food pushers are really hard to deal with. So what do you do? I've got a couple tips for this, but really let's get to the heart of the problem, which is that food pushers make you feel uncomfortable, right? I mean, if you didn't care what they thought, it wouldn't be a big deal. And in fact, say for example, you were at, I don't know, like say you're walking down the street and a food vendor's like, oh, you gotta have a hot dog, you need a hot dog. You wouldn't care, you'd blow them off, right? You would just be like, no, I'm good, thank you. It matters when it's your family or friends because it makes you feel different, and that is because of what you're thinking. It may be like, oh, this person's never going to leave me alone unless I eat something, or oh gosh, I feel really guilty if she's not going to have dessert if I don't. Thoughts around food pushers are what make you uncomfortable. So first, understand that it's totally normal to feel uncomfortable when people push food on you and you don't want the food. And second, try to figure out what it is you're thinking, because that can really help a lot if you can identify the thought and say, oh, I feel uncomfortable because I feel like I'm sticking out or I'm causing a fuss and I don't want to do that. So how do you figure out what you're thinking at the time? Write down your thoughts. Obviously, you can't do it in the middle of Thanksgiving dinner, but after the fact, just start writing down everything you can think of related to that event. So, it may start out like, oh, went to mom's, she made a chocolate pie for dessert and I felt terrible refusing it. I feel so guilty. I know she went to this big effort. Digging into what you're actually thinking and making it conscious as opposed to subconscious can help a lot, because you can examine your thoughts and see why you feel the way you do. Now, the other thing that's really important is to know that this isn't about you. This is about them. They want you to eat the food because they want to feel better. They're trying to control you to make you feel better. And that doesn't work, right? It feels kind of crappy. You feel manipulated. On the converse side, understand that you're not going to be able to get them to stop being food pushers, because that's the same thing. That's you trying to control what they do to make your life easier. And you really can't control other people. You can't get them to do what you want to make your life easier. If that worked, then motherly guilt trips would be all the rage. So the biggest thing to understand is you're not going to get them to change their behavior or to stop pushing food. But understanding exactly what you're feeling and what thoughts are making you feel that way is the first step. And the second step is try to understand where they're coming from. Just being curious can really, really help. So ask yourself, what might that person be feeling? Now with, for example, if it's like your grandma who always says you're too thin, she may just be worried about you. She may just be an anxious person in general. She may just like to fuss. And knowing that can kind of help you not feel so guilty. If it's, somebody at a party who's like, oh, you can't drink if I don't drink, they may be feeling guilty for drinking. Or maybe they feel like they're sticking out. And if you can understand that, then it's a little bit easier to be empathetic when you say no. So when you're trying to deal with food pushers this holiday weekend, have a plan ahead of time. Decide what you're going to do. That makes it much easier on the spur of the moment to say, oh no, I was just going to have one beer this weekend, or oh no, I already had dessert yesterday, I'm good, thank you. And then when you start to feel uncomfortable, know that that's okay. After the fact, that evening when you're at home, you can write down what you're thinking about it and kind of process those thoughts. And then get curious about where the other person's coming from. Why is it so important to them that you have a cupcake? Is it maybe they just feel anxious about their own eating and having someone join them will make them feel better? Who knows? But the more thoughts you can think of from their point of view, the more you'll be able to approach that with empathy, and instead of getting annoyed or frustrated and trying to get them to stop, you can just let it be and be okay with the fact that they want you to eat and you're not going to eat, and that's okay. So I hope you all have a great Labor Day weekend. Now, if you would like to learn more about weight loss and specifically how I lost 45 pounds and kept it off, I am offering a free 1-hour webinar masterclass. So it's online. You'll just log in and you'll see me and we'll talk and I'll answer questions and it'll be fantastic. There's no camera on you, so it's just like you're watching a presentation and then you can type in messages. So you can do this in your jammies or wherever you want. I only do these every couple of months, so don't miss out. Your chance is now. It's coming up in a couple of weeks and you can register for it by going to jennifergreermd.com/masterclass. I hope you guys have a great Labor Day weekend and I will see you next week.